Hey, what's up? It's always me, Johnny, and today I just wanted to do like a quick little video, and this is a top 5 list of the best smartphone that we can find right now on the market. And it is actually just kind of list of some ultra smartphones, so the best of the best that you can find right now. So a little disclaimer before starting the video, because this is just my personal list, so these are just my personal preference, and also the phones are just not in a particular order, so it is not like the first one is the best one, is the bad one, but it is just in a random order. And I know that probably there are so many other phones that they could make on this list. Maybe I didn't mention it on this list, and so if you want to tell me some other phones that you could get in this list, just type it down below in the comments so we can chat a little bit more about it. And also, if you want to just make like your top 5 list in the comment down below, because I am pretty curious about your preferences. Then of course I'm not gonna write, and of course I am not gonna tell you the technical specification of these phones, because I mean they are pretty much all top phones, so they have pretty much the same hardware, so I will just focus on the particular feature that these phones have, and so that feature that makes that phone like in the ultra category, we can say. But without further ado, let's start the video. So the first one is going to be the first and only choice that we have from the Apple side, and so it is of course the iPhone 12 Pro Max. That it is actually one of the ultra phones that we can find right now, and as you may know, it is a great phone overall. It has one of the best cameras on the market right now, especially if we talk about the video side. And so for this, and also for the price, of course, it just fell in these 2021 charts, even if it just came out like the last year, so in pretty much September or October of 2020. But it is the only Apple choice, as I said before, so we have to pick this one for the Apple side. So for me, I like the design because I like the square design, but I don't like it too much because it is pretty much too heavy and chunky, so I don't like that too much. But I know it is a big phone and it is well built, so it is actually very heavy to handle and it feels very sturdy. So personally, for me, the deal breaker for the iPhones are just a part of the completely different operating system. That is another question. But talking about the hardware, it is the screen, because iPhone, it is still using the 60 Hz panel. I mean, it is a good panel. The iPhones are just very fluid because the operating system, it is fluid, but I mean, I'm too used to use like a high refresh rate screen, and so for me, that one, it is a deal breaker. So the second one on the list is of course the straight competitor of the iPhone, and so it is the Samsung S21 Ultra. And as you probably know, I just reviewed this phone because I had it in the past, and I've just made some videos on the channel. If you want, you can check it out just scrolling through my videos on my channel. They are pretty much interesting if you're interested into this phone, because it is a real ultra phone. It does pretty much anything, and also, at least in my market, you can find it at a pretty good price, and for that price, I mean, it is a very good choice. So for me personally, if you watched my past video on this phone, you know that I had the Exynos version, because here in Europe we had the Exynos version, and so not the Snapdragon one. I mean, yes, the photos were just good, and actually one of the best phone that I've tried in the photo side, but on the video side, it was kind of bad. I mean, for that price range, that was like pretty bad in my opinion. And so that was unfortunate, because I liked very much the design of the phone. I liked a lot the color, so the matte black, it is very cool. And actually the phone, it is not too heavy. It just feels very good in your hand, so it is overall a very good phone. So one downside that you can find on the Samsung, it is the charging time, because it is very slow. I mean, here it does come with a charger, and it was from like 25 watt, and I mean, it's just ridiculous if you compare it especially to the other top phone and also to the mid-range phone, because now the range, it is like from 30 to 100 watt of charging power, so 25 watt, it is very slow. And actually the S21 Ultra battery, it is very big, so it does take a lot to charge the phone, unfortunately. Then we have the OnePlus 9 Pro that, of course, I review it also on my channel, so you can check my videos. And here I can say that the OnePlus phone, it is actually a very good phone overall, as the S21 Ultra, actually a little bit snappier. It is faster in some ways, but it is a lot overpriced in my opinion, because it is just priced for the top notch of the OnePlus phone, and actually it is priced like the Ultra phone, like the other Ultra phone, but it is not an Ultra phone. I mean, I just put it in this list because it is the top phone from OnePlus, and so I had to mention it. But if you consider the cameras on this phone, I mean, they are good. They are pretty much good, but they are not top notch. And the Hasselblad promise and the hope that we all had, unfortunately, OnePlus, they just let us all down. So the cameras were not good as we all was expecting. But we can say that they have like 3 more years of partnership. So I think in the future we will see like a very good OnePlus camera phone, in my opinion. We have just to give them a little bit of time. From the same big company, we can find the Oppo Find X3 Pro version, of course. And it is pretty much the same phone. I mean, also, if you look it from the front, the screen are exactly the same. That, I mean, it is not a bad thing because they are very good. And actually here we have better and particular camera setup. And I never tried this phone like in depth, but I've tried in a physical store. And actually I have to say that the microscope camera, it is very fun to use. I mean, it is for sure something that can distinguish you from the other phones. And also I like the design from Oppo, especially of the camera bump, that it is not that bumpy, we can say. So overall, it is not too bad. I mean, it is a little bit pricey, but a very well built phone, and actually with a plus of this microscope camera. Then we have one of the latest phone that I've tried here on this channel, and it is actually the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra. So this one is another big Ultra phone that, in my opinion, it is actually, and technically, an S21 Ultra just overpowered, because it does pretty much anything that the S21 Ultra does, but the power of these features are just extended, we can say. So you have like more zoom. For example, we have like wide angle camera. We can have like better camera setup like overall, because I think the Mi 11 Ultra is of course one of the best camera in this market right now, talking about photos and video both together. And also without talking about the fast charging, because it can just fast charge to 67 watt wired and 67 watt wireless. So it is a very good feature. I've had it for a few days and is actually a very useful feature to have. Also, the screen is one of the brightest on the market. I think it is the brightest, even if it is a Samsung panel, but it is actually better if you compare to the S21 Ultra. It is just a weird thing, but it is like that, so trust me, because I've tried both and the Mi 11 Ultra. But for example, just the Mi 11, the standard one, it is better than the S21 Ultra screen, just a little bit. But anyway, the only downside of the Mi 11 Ultra, it is also its weight, because it's very heavy. And of course the camera bump, I mean, it's a giant camera bump. So if you get this phone, you have to get used to this camera bump, because you can use it pretty much to just hold your finger in the back of the phone and just leave it there. I mean, it is very big. So this was my last phone on my list, and actually I have some bonus phone that I can add right here, because they have like top-notch performance and they have a very high price, because this is pretty much a list of a very high price phone, and they are gaming phone, because you can find the Asus ROG Phone 5. Actually, you can buy also the Ultimate Edition that has like more RAM, more stuff, and also the Lenovo Legion Duel 2. And they are very particular phones, because they don't excel in camera side, we can say, but they have top-notch specification, and they also have like some special feature for gaming, like an active cooling system. Like they have a little fan inside of the phone to cool down the system, very useful if you game a lot. They have like more buttons, and they are all customizable. They have like double port for charging, because if you game a lot, you need a lot of juice in your phone. All this stuff, it is very useful if you game very much on your phone. I mean, I do not game on my phone. I just usually do on my PC if I have the time to, but if you are interested into gaming on your smartphone, I mean, one of these two phones are just the best choice indeed. But anyway, this was my list on the top ultra phone that you can find right now. And so, as I said before, if you have some other phones that you want to add in this list, just type it down below in the comments. And also, if you want, just make your own list down below in the comments, because I will read all the comments and we can just chat a little bit more about it. Then, if you like this video, just hit a like down below because it's free. And also, if you haven't subscribed already to this channel, just consider doing it right now because it is also free actually. So why don't you do it right now? I mean, you can change idea later, maybe, or maybe not, but just try it down below. Just subscribe. Either way, thanks for watching this video. Thank you for your time, and I will see you in my next one. Bye for now.